A 0% rating could be worth $500,000 to your spouse. Let that sink in. Most veterans hear 0% and think, that's a waste of my time. Why would I file for something that doesn't pay me a dime? That thinking could cost your family literally everything. So here's a stat that should terrify you. Roughly 70% of DIC claims, that's dependency and indemnity compensation, the benefit that keeps paying your spouse after you die, are denied. Not because the spouse didn't deserve it, because the veteran never filed for the original claims. You spent years, maybe decades, protecting this country, but have you spent even 20 minutes protecting your family from what happens after you're gone? Because here's what the VA doesn't tell you. That 0% rating you've been ignoring, it's not about the money now, it's about the money later. It's life insurance for your spouse and family, and you're not paying the premium right now. All right, so let me be very blunt, because someone needs to be. When you die, and you're going to die, your VA disability check stops, full stop, immediately on that day. It does not transfer to your spouse. It doesn't get inherited. It doesn't keep coming while they figure things out. It just stops. Your spouse, the person who stuck with you through deployments, through the nightmares, through the VA waiting rooms, gets nothing from your disability rating unless they qualify for DIC. DIC, roughly $1,700 a month, tax-free for the rest of their life. Over 20 years, that's over $400,000. Over 30 years, we're pushing $600,000. That's not a benefit. That's a legacy you get to leave behind. That's keeping the house. That's not having to sell everything and move in with the kids. But here's the problem. Most spouses don't get it because most veterans don't set them up for it. Now, I am Dr. Marshall Barr, an actual doctor, an Army Ranger with the Ranger Regiment, Special Operations Combat Medic, and former C&P examiner. I have been the guy sitting across from veterans making the call on whether their claim gets approved or denied. I have seen the claims that sail through, and I've seen the ones that get kicked back, not because the veteran wasn't sick, but because they didn't file the right way. And I've seen widows sitting in my clinic holding a denial letter asking me why their husband's death wasn't service-connected when he died from a heart attack at 58 with 30 years of untreated sleep apnea and high blood pressure he never bothered to claim. That's why I'm making this video. Not to scare you, but to wake you all up. So let's talk about the biggest lie veterans tell themselves. Why would I file for a 0% rating if it doesn't pay anything? I hear this constantly. And every time I hear it, I want to grab the veteran by the shoulders and shake some sense into them. A 0% rating doesn't pay you monthly. That's true. But here's what it does do. Number one, it establishes service connection. That condition is now officially linked to your military service. Forever, on the record. Number two, it opens the door to secondary claims. That 0% rating for your knee, well, now it can lead to a 50% back claim. That 0% for tinnitus, well, it can support a mental health claim. Number three, free healthcare. You're eligible for treatment for that condition. No copays, no questions. And number four, and here's the big one, DIC, eligibility for your spouse if you die. If you die from a service-connected condition, even one rated at 0%, your spouse can file for DIC. Let me say that again. If you die from a condition that is service-connected at any rating level, including 0%, your spouse could be eligible for $1,700 or more a month for the rest of their life. But if that condition isn't service-connected, they're going to get nothing. Zero, zilch, nada. Thank you for your service. Here's a folded flag. Good luck paying the mortgage. Now, let me break down the two ways your spouse qualifies for DIC, because this is critical, all right? So pathway number 1, service-connected death. That means your death is caused or substantially contributed to by a service-connected condition. Say, heart attack. If your high blood pressure or heart disease was service-connected or secondary to something service-connected like sleep apnea, PTSD, or diabetes, your spouse has a pathway to DIC. What if you die from cancer? Well, if it's linked to burn pits, Agent Orange, contaminated water at Camp Lejeune, radiation exposure, and it's service-connected, your spouse has a pathway. If you die from a stroke or respiratory failure or liver disease, if it's connected, there is a pathway. But if it's not connected, your spouse has to prove it should have been after you're dead without your testimony at that point, without you there to explain what happened in service. It's going to be challenging, and good luck with that. It can be done, but it's difficult. Now, pathway number 2, the 10-year rule. If you were rated 100% permanent and total or receiving TDIU for at least a minimum of 10 continuous years immediately before your death, your spouse qualifies for DIC. It doesn't matter what you die from. Could be a car accident, could be a piano falling on your head. It doesn't matter. 10 years at 100% PNT means DIC for your spouse. But here is the thing. Most veterans don't hit 100% PNT on day 1. It takes time. And if you die before you hit that 10-year mark, your spouse needs pathway number 1 I talked about, which means your death needs to be connected to a service-connected condition, which means you need to file right now. Now, let me tell you about a veteran I worked with called Frank. Frank was an infantry guy, 3 deployments, came home with bad knees, worse back, tinnitus, so loud he couldn't sleep, and nightmares, well, he never talked about. Frank was a tough guy, old school. I'm not going to file for a disability. I'm not going to take money from the veterans who actually need it. Does that sound familiar to you? I hear it all the time. It's noble. It's honorable, but it's completely wrong thinking. Frank worked for 25 years after the military. He retired at 65, had some aches and pains. His knees were shot. His back was a mess. He snored like a freight train. His wife kept telling him to go to the doctor, and he kept saying, I'm fine. I'm just getting older. At 67, Frank had a massive heart attack, dead before the paramedics arrived. His wife, well, let's call her Linda, had been married to Frank for 42 years, raised their kids while he was deployed, held the family together through everything. And when she filed for a DIC claim, she got denied. Why? Because, well, Frank never filed for sleep apnea, never filed for hypertension, never filed for the obesity that came from the chronic pain that came from the injuries he never claimed. The VA said his heart attack just wasn't service-connected. Linda tried to hire a lawyer, spent 2 years appealing, spent tens of thousands of dollars in legal fees, and in the end, the claim was still denied because Frank, trying to be noble, trying to be the tough guy, trying to leave benefits for veterans who need them more, left his wife with nothing. Frank thought he was being selfless. He was actually being selfish. He didn't know it at the time. The thing is, you just cannot be Frank. I need you to just completely change how you think about VA disability claims. Stop thinking about monthly payments. Start thinking about the legacy. Every condition you get service connected, even at 0%, becomes a policy, a life insurance policy. It's a coverage. It's protection for your family. And unlike life insurance, you're not paying premiums. You're just filing paperwork. So I'm going to put up a screen of what to file now. All right. So heart conditions like high blood pressure or sleep apnea, diabetes, anything that could kill you or contribute to what kills you needs to be on the record now. Not tomorrow, not when I get around to it, not when it gets worse, but now, because you can't file from the grave and your spouse can't go back in time and prove something that was never documented. Now, I know and I recognize this is dark, right? This is morbid talk. This isn't the fun VA hacks and rating tips content I normally give. But this is the content that does matter. This is the stuff that could mean your spouse keeps the house or loses everything after you're gone. And I'd rather have this conversation with you now while you can still do something about it than have your spouse find this video on the internet after you're gone. Now, here's what I need you all to do today, not next week, but today. So the first thing is make a list of every condition you have that could be connected to service. Knees, back, shoulders, hearing loss, tinnitus, sleep apnea, mental health, migraines, skin conditions, respiratory issues, digestive problems, literally everything. If you were healthier before you joined than after, you need to put it on that list. The second thing is check what's already service connected. Just log into va.gov account, look at your rating decision letter, what's connected, what is not. That's your gap between what you have and what's service connected. That's the gap that could cost your spouse everything. The third step, file for everything that's missing. Yes, even if it's only going to be 0%, especially if it's something that could kill you, like your heart, your lungs, your blood pressure, your metabolic conditions. And then the fourth thing is get your documents in order. Your DD-214, your current rating decision, your marriage certificate, the forms your spouse will need, like VA Form 21 Papa 53-4EZ for your DIC claim. Put them in a folder. Tell your spouse where it is. Have that tough conversation now while you're still alive. And then the fifth step is just talk to your spouse. It's going to be awkward. It is an awkward conversation. I've had it with my spouse. I know nobody wants to sit down with their wife or husband and say, hey, let's talk about what happens when I die. Just do it anyways, because if you don't, they'll be sitting in a VA office, grieving and confused with no idea what to do. And at that point, it's going to be a little too late. Now, if you're watching this and thinking, oh man, I have no idea where to start. I don't know what conditions I can claim. I don't know how to connect them. Well, that's exactly why Xterra Health exists. Our VA medical evidence roadmap is the most comprehensive and affordable way to get this done right. So here's what happens. A medical provider and a subject matter expert with veteran service representation experience reviews all of your records, your service records, your medical records, everything. And then we build you a step-by-step roadmap. Every condition you can claim, every condition you should claim, the nexus pathways, what medical evidence you need, and how to make sure each claim is stronger. I mean, who better to tell you what to file than the medical professionals who understand how the VA evaluates them? And it could be the difference between your spouse getting $500,000 in DIC benefits or getting denied. And if you need a next letter, we've got you. It's physician-led, medical license written, individualized to your case, not a template, not a form letter, a medical opinion that explains exactly why your condition is connected to service. And this is what I love. Here's our guarantee. Because we put our money where our mouth is, unlike other people, if you use a next letter from us and your claim gets denied, just send us the decision letter. We write any rebuttal opinion for free if it was lost because of something we wrote. No charge, no fine print, no, well, actually, that's how committed we are to your claim. We're not handing you a letter and then wishing you luck. We're in this fight with you. Schedule your free Nexus Letter consultation now if you would like to, or schedule your VA roadmap. These links for these services are in the description below. All right, so let me leave you with this. You served, you sacrificed, you came home with things, physical, mental, or both, that you didn't have before the military. And you've earned the right to have those things recognized. But this isn't just about you anymore. It's about the person sleeping next to you in bed, the person who stayed, the person who dealt with the deployments, the moves, the nightmares, the VA appointments, all of it. they deserve to be protected too. And the only person who can protect them, it's you right now while you're still here and alive on this planet. So stop thinking of a 0% rating as worthless. Start thinking of it as life insurance that doesn't cost you a dime. File for everything. Document everything. Get it on record because your spouse can't go back in time. And the VA won't give them the benefit of the doubt. Again, I am Dr. Marshall Barr from Xterra Health. I will see you in the next video, and until next time, stay mission ready.